All of the vessels in our fleet are planing hulls. A planing hull has three modes of operation: displacement, plowing, and planing. Let's take a look at each of these modes. Displacement is moving through the water at idle speed. Anytime you're operating in the no-wake zone, the boat will be in displacement mode. Some vessels, like paddleboards, sailboats, and ships, only operate in displacement mode. Plowing is operating the vessel at a higher speed, but not bringing the boat up on plane. It's the transition between moving through the water at low speed in displacement mode and being up on plane. While operating in plowing mode, the bow rises in such a way to reduce visibility ahead of the boat. Because all of the water in the boat's path is being pushed out of the way, it produces a large wake, even larger than operating the vessel at higher speeds on plane. The energy required to move the water out of the way maximizes fuel consumption. This is not an efficient way to operate the vessel. Normally, you don't want to spend any more time than necessary operating in plow mode. Planing is operating the boat at high speed. The boat levels out, and the boat rides on the surface of the water with most of the hull out of the water. Only the stern of the vessel remains in the water while planing. The phrase "coming up on plane" refers to the boat lifting most of the hull out of the water. This is a vessel operating in displacement mode, moving through the water at idle speed and not making a wake. Here's an example of plow mode. What could you see from the helm of this boat, even if you were standing up? This is one of our boats on Lake Washington operating on plane. You can see that the bow has leveled out and much of the hull is out of the water. While a wake is produced, it's smaller than a plow mode wake. How do we get from displacement mode to planing? First, make sure you are not in a no-wake zone. Several of our locations require motoring through a no-wake zone after leaving the marina before you can bring your boat up on plane. These include Everett, Poulsbo, Tacoma, Olympia, and the Lake Union locations. Once you are out of the no-wake zone, do a scan all around the vessel to look for other traffic, either exiting the marina behind you or coming into the marina. Give special attention to the water in front of you. Is it clear of other boats, debris in the water, crab trap floats or swimmers? All clear? Great! Now give a gentle increase on the throttle to make sure you are going straight, then notify the passengers you are speeding up and push the throttle all the way forward. The stern will be pulled down, forcing the boat up. As the speed increases, the bow will lower and the vessel will level out. Once the boat is up on plane, you should gently and slowly ease off the throttle. Operating an engine at full throttle is hard on the motor and not very efficient. If you ease off the throttle too much, the boat will begin to slide down into plow mode and the bow will start to raise up. As this also isn't an efficient mode to operate the boat, we want to stay up on plane. If you encounter this situation, simply push the throttle gently forward until the vessel is comfortably back on a plane. However, we will shortly discuss a situation where operating in plow mode is the best choice. Adding just a little speed on a boat takes a disproportionate amount of fuel. Operating at anything above the speed needed to keep you up on plane is very hard on your wallet. None of the vessels require full throttle to remain on plane. It's best to operate in the sweet spot by maximizing your speed for the amount of fuel the boat is consuming.